Hi cuties, welcome to social video session. Cuties, the last three video session we have seen ancient excavation unit 1. So under ancient excavation topic we have discussed what is excavation. Children, what is excavation? Digging the earth to find buildings and tools made long ago. So, excavations are made by a person. The persons are called archaeologists. Archaeologists are a person who learns about human history through excavations. Things they found from the excavation is called artifacts. After they found artifacts, they took all artifacts to their lab to find how it is and who made this, who used this, and how long it was. Okay, is as well as we have seen some examples in the world level as well as from our Tamil Nadu level. Okay, here in the world level we have seen pyramids in Egypt. So what is pyramids? Pyramids is a structure usually of stone, and from ancient to modern times people from in many different parts of the world they used to build this pyramids. So pyramid is a word which derived from the Greek word pyrex. It means wheat cakes. So the people they used to build this pyramid mostly this was used as tombs for kings and queens. So as it said, we have seen in the last unit also. So pyramids, the small pyramids which were used to bury the queens. So in the huge and the big pyramids which are used as the tombs of kings. So most probably the pyramids are used for royal families. Yes, children. Okay. The next, Indus civilization. So under Indus civilization, we have seen a developed civilization. Okay, so they used baked bricks and well sanitary system. They used great bath and big granaries, and the cities are well planned. Okay, then next we have seen Tamil Nadu excavations. So three examples we have seen. One is Adichanallur. It is located in Toothukudi district. Arikamedu, which is near Pondicherry, and Keeladi, which is located in Sivagangai districts. So from these places, excavation sites, they found some artifacts. That is Roman lamps and gems and some pottery items. So everything which depicts that Rome and other countries they have a trade with Tamil Nadu. Okay, children. Children, drink more water. It is very good for your health. I think everyone like to drink water. Here, water helps your kidneys to transport waste products in and out of cells. So, you must drink more water. As well as water helps to keep your skin looking very good. And water helps to energize muscles. And water can help to control calories of your body. And drinking water helps to maintain the balance of your body fluids. So, children, drink more pure water. Children, today we are going to see the second unit, hydrosphere. Hydro refers to water. Sphere refers to our earth. So, the water level which is present on our earth. So, we are going to see hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is the total amount of water which is present on a planet. The hydrosphere includes water that is present on the surface of the planet. Example, river, lake, ponds, which is on the surface of the planet. Next, underground. Example, wells and bore wells. And in the air. In the air, the water is present as a vapor. It is called humidity. So, if the water vapor level is increased, that is humidity is large, the air become cool. If the humidity is less, air become hot. Okay. Therefore, a planet's hydrosphere can be in the form of liquid, vapor, or solid in the form of ice. Hydrosphere covers 71% of the planet Earth. This includes water in liquid and frozen forms. 97% is salt water and rest of the 3% of water is found in ground, lakes, rivers, and also frozen ice in the form of glaciers and icebergs. Here, children, already we have seen in the first term. Okay, so the same hydrosphere covers 71% of the earth. That is, the water which is present on our earth is 71%. In this 71%, we have studied that 96.5% of water is saline. We didn't use for drinking or any other purposes. Okay, in this 2.5% of water is fresh water and only 1% of water only accessible. This is used for drinking, is used for human. Now we are going to see iceberg. So iceberg is present on the ocean. A large floating mass of ice detached from a glacier or ice sheet and carried out to sea. This is called a big iceberg. Next, we are going to see glaciers. Glaciers is nothing but river of ice. A glacier is an extremely large mass of ice which moves very slowly, often down a mountain valley. Here, look at, so it is present on the mountain. So totally it was 164 feet. Here, the snow which falls from the atmosphere, it was deposited on the mountain surfaces, and because of weight and pressure, it was deposited there, and because of gravity, it pull on it. Then after that, it started to move slow down from the high mountain to low lying area. This is a glacier. Let us know there is no aquatic life in Dead Sea because it is too salty. You may hear that Red Sea, Arabian Sea. Have you heard Dead Sea? What is the Dead Sea? Huh? Any other person going to murder any person on the Dead Sea? No, it's not that. The Dead Sea is a salt lake bordered by places, that is Jordan to the east and Israel, and the west bank to the west. And it lies in the Jordan Rift Valley, and its main tributary is the Jordan River. Jordan is a place, okay, and its surface and shores are 430.5 meters below sea level. Earth's lowest elevation on land. This is the lowest elevation. Look at this map. Here there is a location is given, so Dead Sea location. So Dead Sea, which was around surrounded by land on all the sides. Here Turkey, then Iran, Saudi Arabia, Red Sea is there, and Gulf of Aden is there, Yemen, Oman, then Iran, and Ethiopia. That is Asia, some places, and Africa, some places also shown in the map. The Red Sea area has become a major center for health research and treatment for several reasons. The reason is the mineral content of the water, the very low content of pollens and other allergens in the atmosphere, the reduced ultraviolet component of solar radiation. This is the reason. It acts as a major health research and treatment. The Dead Sea is roughly 8.6 times saltier. Even our sea water is so salty, but this is 8.6 times saltier than the ocean. What is salty? And this salinity makes for a harsh environment in which animals cannot flourish. Hence its name also. Its name is Dead Sea, so animals cannot flourish. Look at what is this picture. It's so funny, Yes, it happens on the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea's unusually high salt concentration means that people can easily float in the Dead Sea due to natural buoyancy. Children, think and say the answer. What other water sources can be a part of the hydrosphere? Yes, drinking water, everything which is available. Okay, then river, then rain, and so on. There is an activity is given. Construct rainwater harvest system at your school with the help of your teacher. Now, in this lockdown period, it is not possible. So, each and every house they construct what an rainwater harvesting system. So, you should observe that and you should draw in this blank and share it to me. Next, we are going to see importance of hydrosphere. So, hydrosphere is very important in forest. Okay, so we need water to carry out many activities in our daily lives. We need water to drink. If we didn't drink water, then we fall sick. Then take bath, cook food, etc. etc. Animals and plants also need water for their survival in this planet. And if there is no water, it cannot evaporate and cannot form clouds for rain. So there will not be any rain at all. Next, we are going to see the next water body, lake. Here, look at the lake. The lake is surrounded by land on all the sides. Here, a definition is given. A large area of water surrounded by land. Here next we are going to see pond. So it is smaller than lake. Here very small part extra water which is still there. Okay. So a small body of still water formed naturally or by artificial means. Next we are going to see stream. Look at the picture in the stream. A small narrow river. a small narrow river which start from the mountain and it end all the river would end which ends into the sea. Next we are going to see river. Here, a large natural stream of water flowing in a channel to the sea or to a lake or another river, and at last it end into the sea is called the river. Shall we recall what we have learned today? We have learned hydrosphere. So, what is hydrosphere? As well as, and after that, what are the amount of water which is present on the earth. Next, we are going to see importance of water. So, water is important not only the human being but also to the animals, plants, and everything. And we have seen some types of water bodies also. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.